Hello, my name is Michelle Benz, and I am your instructor for the online course SOCH 2150 Issues of Unity and Diversity. Uh, I'm going to go through, give you a little brief introduction of myself, and go through all the course navigation and maybe some tips to help you be successful in this online course. So as I mentioned, my name is Michelle. Feel free to call me Michelle. I'm pretty laid back. I'm an instructor here on the Columbus campus. I've been here for um, probably a little over almost 15, 16 years now, and I've been teaching for about 10. My background is in probation, and I've done some family support work. I've done some career services, which is basically like career counseling, and most recently I've been an instructor for the past 10 years. So let's talk a little bit about the course. In this course, it's a very interesting course. We talk about a lot of sensitive material, like things like racism, prejudice, discrimination. So always please take note of that in terms of your discussion forums and how you respond to one another, that some of this information is sometimes difficult to talk about. And so I always ask that you just please be mindful and respectful of the content that you're posting. One of the fastest ways to get in touch with me is through email, which if you look on your course home screen, my email is located for you at convenience right here. You should also make sure that you check your student email up here at the top of the screen frequently. This is where you check and receive your email. And you can also compose very quick email right here on your block titled Quick Email right over on the right-hand side. The Quick Mail will not allow you to check your email. It will just allow you to send email from within the course. So you'll want to frequently do that to get in touch with me, as well as check your email at least once a week to see if there's anything I've maybe emailed you personally about. In terms of your course homepage, if you notice, these are some resources for you across the top of your screen. We have some student resources out here on campus, things like the bookstore links, the tutoring center, the academic success center, library resources. You can check around and navigate in there. The Service Center tab will take you to the help desk if you're ever struggling with technology inside your course. If you click on the Service Center tab, that will take you right to the help desk, and you can submit a help desk ticket or call them. They are available most days from early in the morning till late at night to help you with any kind of technical problems you're having. I mentioned your email. There's also some course resources like maybe some quick how-to videos, software information. We do recommend you use the Firefox browser, which you can download for free right here. There's Adobe Reader tabs as well. So those are all your tabs across the top of your screen. You'll notice on my screen, I've docked all of my menu items over here on the left-hand side. So if this is one of your first times getting into Moodle or Web Central and utilizing your course, you'll notice we have what we call menu blocks over here on the right-hand side. And anytime you don't want to use these or you want to make your main screen bigger, you can what we call dock them. So if you click on this gray tab right here, it will make it disappear and go to your left-hand side of your screen. And then once you hover over them, it pops out for you and gives you all the information within that activity block. Another quick tool, navigation tool within your course is this activity block. You can go directly to your course assignments to see when they are all due and have a live link right to that assignment. You can also float around, go to your attendance tab if you need to check attendance for a lecture course, your advanced forums, and your quizzes. So I'm going to quickly hop over into my online course under my course tab. That's where you go to navigate between your courses. And for summer, I will find my issues. So depending on when you're taking this course, the big thing I want to point out to you is in the middle of your screen, you will find, sorry, I'm going to close out of my email here so I quit getting pop-ups. In the middle of your screen here, you'll notice that this is what we call an instructor-led online course, which means I have weekly due dates. And so you'll want to check to find out in your upcoming events tab, that is your calendar, when your assignments are due for every week. In my online summer courses, most often it's due Wednesdays. You'll need to check if you're taking it other than a summertime when it's due, but oftentimes for this social issues of unity and diversity, it's oftentimes a Wednesday. But when you click on your upcoming events, you'll find that this will give you a laundry list of all the things that are due each week. And for the most part, will be a live link directly to the calendar. And then in the calendar, any assignment tab, you can click on it and take it directly to the actual activity. But you do want to pay attention because there are weekly assignments due every week. So in that instance, since it was an activity, when I click on it, when it looks like this little file here, when you click on those, it will take you directly to the activity. You'll want to read through the activity for everything that I'm looking for and I'm asking. Then when you scroll down on the bottom of your page, my page looks a little bit different since I'm the instructor, but on your page, you should have an edit submission or submit tab button down here. When you click on that, it will bring you a pop-up screen that will allow you to edit your submission right into a text box. Quick navigation tool for within this kind of a course. We call these breadcrumbs up on the top here. If you click on the course title, that will always take you right back to the course homepage. So pay attention to when the course starts and then the final due date. The final due date means that's the last day I will accept any work, late or current. So I do accept late work in this course. You'll just lose some points for it being late. The one thing that I'm a little bit picky about are exams. I'm sorry, exams. Please pay attention on your upcoming events calendar whenever you have an exam. In this course, we have 3 exams. So the one thing, if you miss an exam, it goes to a 0 right away in the grade book. I'm pretty particular about exams. If you don't notify me in advance that you might have some conflicts with the test date, typically if you just let that lapse and not complete the exam, that you get an automatic 0. If you notify me and communicate with me in advance, I'm pretty willing to work around that, and then we'll adjust your course due dates. So to start off, you're going to want to for sure read your course syllabus. This is a PDF file. It explains what the course is all about. It tells you where to find your textbook. I do recommend the textbook. It gives you, again, my email, my office phone number, but the best way to reach me is via email. You'll find your course start and stop dates. You'll also find, most importantly, grading information, so my grade scale. You'll find the information that needs to be completed by the end of class. So for this course, we have 3 exams with 50 multiple choice questions. You have 12 short writing assignments, and you have 5 discussion questions that are located within the course. There are 3 options for extra credit. Those are defined on each activity. And then I give you the total point information. If you're shooting for an A or a B, this gives you how many points you need to try and obtain. Here's also some course policies, just some information. Sorry, my lights are going off here. And then just some things to be aware of in terms of how to communicate. You do need to read your textbook, all of your responsibilities, my responsibilities, and then lastly, it'll give you the course competencies. So these are the things that we're going to cover through the course of this semester. You'll find the learning objectives and the criteria I expect you to know and understand once you have accomplished this course competency. So definitely read through your course syllabus. You'll also want to watch every week for instructor and course announcements. So when these assignments are due on Wednesday night, I typically will grade on Thursday and Friday. And then those days when I finish grading, I will always post a course announcement for that week. So you'll want to pay attention to like a recap of the week in my course announcement and what's due for the next week. I also have a class questions forum. If you ever have a general question that you think everybody might want to know the answer to, you can post a question here, like when's our next exam, or how many points are each question on the exam worth, and then I will answer that, and then everyone will be able to see the answer to that question as well as your question. There's some important course documents out here you'll want to read through. This is what we call a booklet. There are chapters in this booklet that basically tell you information on the work to be completed already that's already in your syllabus. It also tells you how I grade your short writing assignments, as well as how I grade your discussion requirements. So please be sure to click on these links and read through this information so that you don't lose points when I'm grading. What I also mention or recommend in terms of navigation is always follow along in the course from top of the screen to the bottom. So what that means is that for each week we have folders that we'll complete, and you can see here this content is due May 31st. And I designed the course so that when you follow along from top to bottom, you're doing things sequentially that make sense, and it's laid out so that I want you to complete those things in that order. So always read through the information I provide for you in terms of what we're going to cover. Also, I always provide a chapter 1 outline that covers just some brief information about the chapter. Then these are activities that you'll want to complete. Sometimes there's journal articles I have you read. read that associate with an online activity you need to complete. And for every exam, I also provide a study guide to help you organize notes and prepare for the exam. And then I always wrap up each folder just with some things you need to pay attention to and know for the exam. Sometimes I have short videos for you to watch, but always complete everything in this order. That's how it will make sense to you, and you will learn the best if you complete in this order. Then, of course, as you move through, you can see the due dates, but I did want to point out that in terms of the book that's required, the book covers all the way through immigration. After we complete the content on immigration, we move into Native Americans, the book is no longer covering this content. So your book will not help you at this point. At this point, you need to watch the lectures that I've recorded. And this will be the information that is available to you to prepare for the exam. If you do not watch the lectures, you're probably going to lose a lot of points on your assignments, and you're really going to struggle on the exams. So you can start and stop these lectures. You can progress through them as quickly as you want to, and I do try to provide you a little bit of an overview on how long it might take to watch it from start to finish. So you can see in terms of how the course is laid out, some tidbits. Again, always accept late work. Please try to stay on track. Try to work with me as we go through each week. You can work ahead. So if you ever have a break and want to move forward a little quicker, go ahead and feel free to move ahead. You can progress through the course as quickly as you want. Again, another reminder, try not to miss the exams. Those are automatic zeros. You can contact me in advance if you're going to be gone, you have vacations or something's coming up. Just communicate with me. And probably first and foremost, or lastly, I should say, is that if you're struggling with any content, you're not sure about something on the study guide, please make sure that you contact me, email me directly, and I'm here to help you. I'm a resource. I always answer my emails within 24 hours, usually within 12. If for some reason you have not heard from me within 24 hours, email me again. Something happened and I didn't get it. If there's ever a time I'm going to be out of town or unavailable, I will always send you a course announcement to let you know. But I do welcome hearing from you. I'm always happy to get questions about grades or assignments. That's your right as a student, so feel free to exercise that. So I look forward to getting to know you. I hope you enjoy this course. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to email me. And looking forward to it. Good luck in the course.